But we begin with a crime alert at a popular mall. Police searching for more than a dozen thieves who shattered a glass door, stole designer purses, and then sped off.
It happened this morning at the Neiman-Marcus in Fashion Valley. 10 News reporter Gracia Aguilar is at the mall. And Gracia, is that door still boarded up?
Yeah, boarded up with a large piece of wood. That door is on this side of that Neiman-Marcus building. Police saying the group of people, the burglars, parking somewhere along Friars Road, possibly a quick getaway. The freeway entrance just less than a mile down the road, right over there. You can see the door leading into the Neiman-Marcus is boarded up. Police say thieves smashed the glass with a tool around 3:20 this morning. It was well planned. 15 people in 5 different cars. The crooks running inside the store, stealing up to $150,000 worth of high-end purses. The burglars leaving through the same broken glass door they used to get in. They were wearing dark clothing, hooded sweatshirts, and their faces covered.
Demanded some jewelry.
Now, this isn't the first time the mall has been targeted. In April 2013, a person tried robbing a jewelry store at the same mall. Mark Aballo is an employee of the mall. Despite the recent burglary, he says he still feels the mall is safe.
It's not the first time I've seen it or heard about it. I never came across anything where I felt like I can't go back, as if my life was threatened.
Now, police say the burglars took off in 5 different cars, including a white SUV, possibly a Chevy Tahoe with tinted windows and black rims. They also took off in a Ford Taurus, a silver Ford Taurus, 2 red sedans, and a gray sedan. All those vehicles had paper plates. Reporting live from Fashion Valley, Gracia Aguilar, 10 News.
It's just a tragedy. It's just unbelievable that, individuals can engage in activity like that without thought of the consequences.
That is one of Kathy Kennedy's friends speaking outside her funeral in Escondido today. He was talking about the gang shooting that took the 55-year-old mother's life. About 800 people showed up this morning celebrating the life of the woman who was recently remarried.
And Kennedy's funeral happened as one of the gang members accused of killing her pleaded not guilty. Dionisio Torres appeared in court on murder charges today. Torres, along with a 16-year-old, are both accused of killing Kennedy while shooting at a rival gang last week. Police say they started shooting over gang graffiti.
And the problem is growing in Escondido, where there are now more than 400 gang members. New at 6 o'clock, we have insight into the problem from a former gang member. 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz is live where a stray bullet killed Kathy Kennedy. Jennifer.
Well, candles are still burning tonight at the memorial. We're near the Pepperwood Meadow apartment complex. I spoke to a man today who was in a gang here 20 years ago. Unfortunately, that violence continues today. If you take a look at this wall over here, there was graffiti on it. You can see it's been covered up. The man I spoke to says usually when a wall is tagged by a gang like that, an act of violence quickly follows. At just 13 years old, Agner Medrano pledged to a life of violence.
We're inspired out there in the streets, to become a hardcore gang member or be part of something.
For 6 years, it consumed him.
I was involved in different things, crimes, drugs. That's what gangs do, fighting, gang banging and all that.
And he couldn't get out.
Even gang members dream of about a future without gangs.
Until hurting someone close to him made him change his life.
That was important to me, hearing the cry of my mom crying every night. And when she told me, you need to change over and over. And I tried, but it was hard. But one day I succeeded.
So we're excited.
Now he works with Victory Outreach.
Kids are not looking to join gangs. They're running away from pain.
Helping others just like him put that violence in the past.
If you want to get out of that gang lifestyle, you got to move out of that area, the community, because gangs are attractive.
Forming bonds between opposing sides.
You got to change all the way. You can't hang out no more. You can't associate no more. You really got to make a drastic change.
And after Escondido's most recent tragedy, he says there's still hope.
This is not going to destroy us, but this is going to bring us together. This is going to bring us stronger as a community.
So that one day, a city divided becomes a neighborhood of progress. The district attorney said today this tragedy has been a wake-up call for Escondido. Meanwhile, the chief of police has pledged to crack down on landlords who rent to gang members to keep them out of the community. Reporting live in Escondido, Jennifer Dela Cruz, 10 News.
He has an important message to tell. Thank you, Jennifer. New developments: the man who murdered his younger brother in Allied Gardens won't be going to prison. A judge decided that Jason Paris was insane when he killed his brother in 2015. Paris was diagnosed with schizophrenia more than 20 years ago. He will spend the rest of his life at Patton State Hospital.
Now we have a crime alert. The person who shot a man outside of an apartment in Crown Point is still on the loose. Police tell us the victim was at a house party, left to buy some pot, and somewhere along the way he was shot in the back and arm. He went back to the party where somebody called 911. The man was taken to the hospital and is going to be okay.
All right, Ariel, Brian Shlonsky here in the 10 News Live Center, tracking some breaking news coming out of Oxnard, where right now parents on alert across the district after more than 500 students have been affected in a norovirus outbreak. The Ventura County Health Department closely watching this right now. It's affecting at least a half dozen elementary schools and middle schools. Those kids showing symptoms, nausea, vomiting. This is over the past 9 days. If you'll remember, we told you here on 10 News at 6 o'clock in the Live Center about another norovirus outbreak right here in California, in Northern California. So that's two of these just this week. This one in Oxnard affecting 500 kids. We'll keep an eye on this, Kim.
That's huge. And breaking news update now: the man who woke up when his car crashed into his North Park apartment is doing okay. But now engineers are working to make sure the building is safe. The driver lives right above the unit that she drove through, and we're being told she mixed up the gas pedal and the brake. The man sleeping inside says he wasn't hurt, but now he has to find a new place to stay.
New at 6 o'clock, local Congressman Darrell Issa is talking about President Trump's new health care plan. He says the American Health Care Act is on track to be discussed in Congress next week. The plan has been met with criticism, some saying it will drive up the price of premiums for senior citizens. Congressman Issa says the whole process has been a learning experience for President Trump.
I think President Trump is in the process of learning more about how difficult and complex health care is, so that he can make the kind of pressure, if you will, and public addresses that make sense.
President Trump has promised health care for everyone, but a recent report from the Congressional Budget Office says the new plan will leave 14 million Americans without insurance over the next decade.
A South Bay High School assembly went off without any problems today after rumors of a shooting threat had police searching the campus. National City Police tell 10 News that students at Sweetwater High were never in danger and the threat wasn't credible, but the rumors still had several students worried, with some sharing their fears on social media.
So there's going to be a school shooting, and I don't want to go because I don't want to die.
This is the second threat that this district has dealt with in just the past week.
New tonight, parents shocked and terrified to find out someone brought a loaded gun to their kids' high school. It happened Wednesday afternoon at San Juan Academy, just outside of Sacramento. A student saw his classmate post pictures with the gun on social media. Campus police searched his backpack. They found a weapon and arrested him. Parents are relieved their kids are safe, but angry they weren't told until later that night.
I should have been notified before 7 p.m. that a kid was on school campus with a gun.
The teen has been charged with a felony for bringing a loaded firearm on campus.
We ask San Diegans, when a threat is made against a school on social media, should schools inform the public every time? In our exclusive 10 News UT poll, 61% said yes. Every time, 34% said only if the threat seems credible, and 4% were not sure.
It's a big issue. Well, new developments. 2 high school football players have been kicked out of school for hazing a freshman. The Napa School Board voted to expel the Northern California teens last night. The players held down another student and touched him inappropriately back in October. The head coach and several assistants resigned over the hazing incident earlier this week, but some parents think the student's punishment is too harsh.
The punishment does not fit the crime, and it was mishandled from the beginning.
One other student has already been expelled, and the district attorney is considering charging 14 students and a coach with felonies over the hazing.
New at 6 o'clock, you can put this one in the dumb criminal file. An iPhone thief is behind bars for trying to sell the phone back to its owner. Police say this man stole the phone at a Taco Bell in San Luis Obispo. He called one of the owner's friends and offered to sell it back. The owner told police, and an undercover officer posed as that victim met up with the thief and, yes, arrested him.
That's simple.